Welcome, guys. This is the BanterBlitz Cup final. Hi, it's your host, Colin Heim with U.S. Virgin Islands Chess. How's it going, chess lovers, chess community in the U.S. Virgin Islands? How's everybody feeling today? It's Tuesday, and it's the grand final of the BanterBlitz Series World Cup. And this is an online, basically a lot at stake, pride, prizes, and Magnus Carlsen is here now facing off against Wesley. So Magnus Carlsen is up 3.5 points to 1.5 so far. So we're just jumping in now here. Welcome, guys. At about midway through the match. I actually just...
Okay, I'm back, and we're gonna go for game 6.
But that is Magnus Carlsen speaking there, guys. We'll go ahead and mute him. But it was nice to hear from the world champion. Okay, guys, now let's go for the chess now. Wesley so starts this sixth game now with pawn to e4. And Magnus Carlsen just getting prepared here now, guys. See if I can get a little higher quality here. Okay, 720. Okay, guys, welcome. And we're about a minute in here. And let's see if we can get through like 2 games. So again, this is the BanterBlitz Cup final brought to us by Chess24. And let's get right to it, Virgin Islands Chess. Let's see what we can analyze here. Okay, e6 now. Bishop e2. Magnus Carlsen, guys, look, he's up 2 games. Won the first 2, drew the third. Grandmaster Wesley so got a win in the 4th game, and now Carlsen is up 2 full games. So let's commentate on these move orders and talk about where these pieces are going and why these guys are the elite grandmasters of the world, the very top of the world. Magnus Carlsen, world champion since 2013, conducting now the black pieces. And this is coming at you guys live. I'm commentating, this is live. And let's see how far we get to go here. Maybe about 10-15 minutes. Let's see how far we can get, guys. H6 here from Magnus Carlsen. So far, really, really well-known stuff. Knight b d2, knight d7 here from world champion Carlsen. Knight b3. Knight c8 from Carlsen, just remaneuvering. Always wanting a lot of control in these openings. Carlsen, he's a very control-minded player. a4, knight b6. Not worrying about something like a5. Instead, just developing the bishop. The knight. About 3 minutes in here, guys. This should be exciting stuff. Magnus Carlsen, will he get another trophy to add to his collection of dozens and dozens of accolades that he has in his chess career? Magnus Carlsen will be 30 years old in November, I believe. Or he may already be 30. Born in 1990. Bishop d3 from Grandmaster So. Grandmaster So kind of slow playing this now. Bishop e7. He takes f5. Allowing Wesley So now to push that e-pawn, guys. Computer is saying that white has an advantage. As we see there, guys, one full point. For now, at least, it's very early in this particular game. Both players with 2 minutes on the clock, guys. Meanwhile, we got 4 minutes on our clock, and we're cooking here, guys. Welcome if you just joined. This is the BanterBlitz Cup final. Svenner and Magnus Carlsen, world number 1 versus Grandmaster Wesley So of the United States of America, and number 2 in the United States. Somewhere around top 10 in global chess rankings, that is. Okay, guys, rookie 1 now from Grandmaster So. I'm thinking that Magnus Carlsen might just play short castles. Definitely not short castles, just king f7. King f7 here, checking the time again here, guys. Okay, knight f8, knight f8. Knight f8 coming from the world champion after queen e2. Now Wesley So looking to get that knight up now with knight c5. Queen c8. Magnus Carlsen saying, you better behave this game. or else he's going to have to come in with some slams. Carlsen having a laugh there, guys. Maybe some sort of queen sacrifice, just to make a joke, even though he's up 2 full games in this match. And this is the BanterBlitz. Guys, it took so long to get to this final BanterBlitz of this cup. This BanterBlitz series has literally been going on for the past 2 months now, and all the top Grandmasters of the world have been dueling it out to finally reach this conclusion of who else than the world champion himself, Grandmaster Carlsen of Norway, versus Grandmaster Wesley So. As we mentioned, number 2 in the United States. Okay, guys, here we go. Bishop f4 now from So. Now really trying to build an attack. Can he put Carlsen over the edge? Can he sort of put him in a quarter, so to speak, in the middle of this match? About 7 games to go. It's going to be best of 10 now, because this is the absolute final. The showdown of the top 2 players of this Elite Grandmaster tournament, guys. Invite only. So congratulations to Grandmaster Wesley So for making it all the way here, defeating Lei Kwang Liem in that previous semifinal match that we recorded and got to you guys live just the other day. And we also got Svenner and Magnus Carlsen versus Armenia's number 1, guys. You can check in the playlist there on the channel. Go to the playlist and select online Grandmaster tournament games, and there you will find Lei Kwang Liem versus Grandmaster Wesley So and Magnus Carlsen, also his semifinal match against Armenia's number 1, Levon Aronian, rated 2773 in classical rating. Very serious chess players here, guys. Come on, let's give it up for these guys. They're extremely advanced. Playing kinds of chess that we don't know about, but we can commentate and analyze. Okay, so Bishop's going to capture here on e5. Magnus Carlsen has to make up his mind. Rook takes. b6 now attacking the knight. If a takes, then a captures. If rook captures, then queen captures a8. 30 seconds on the clock for Carlsen. Does he feel a little overwhelmed in this game? Is he getting a little tired? He came out so strong in this opening 2 games, guys. And wow. Grandmaster So having a long here. Guys, thank you guys again for watching. This means a lot. I hope you guys get a lot out of watching this BanterBlitz World Cup final. Top tournament in the chess world right now. Carlsen puts his hands on his head and can't believe it, guys. Queen captures. Wow. Carlsen just resigned that game. I think if queen captures, I think it's losing. Oh, he's getting the knight fork. So, guys, the knight is going to e5. So, the queen sacrifice was totally sound, guys, because, look, if the black queen takes on g6, then knight just goes to e5, and now he's forking the queen. And he's going to be up a full knight, a full minor piece. Congratulations, Grandmaster Wesley So. Excellent tactic. Well done. As we mentioned, Carlsen was very overwhelmed in that game, guys. We mentioned it. We saw him getting very stressed out in that particular game, and Wesley So just nailed it. Caught him with the beautiful knight fork there on f5. Beautiful play, Wesley So. Congratulations, guy. Back 3.5 to 2.5 now, guys. Here we go. Go Team USA. c4, knight f6, knight c3. Go for the standard English here. Is Wesley So going to answer with a symmetrical English with something like c5? Something pretty well known here, symmetrical English. Maybe he'll go for e6 or d6. Okay, it's e5 instead. Very aggressive from Grandmaster So, saying, now I have black and now I want to sort of bring what for, so to speak, in lack of a better term. Knight c6. Carlsen should just play something like maybe a3 or knight f6. Knight f3 rather, guys, sorry. He just plays a3. Now Carlsen expecting d4. C takes d4. C takes d5 rather. Now the knight is thinking about capturing here on c3, guys. Let's go, Wesley So. Let's go, Wesley So. Okay, knight f3 after bishop e6. Pretty standard attack here from black. Carlsen trying to get the benefit of then now being able to deploy his bishop to d6 now. Defending e5 twice. And now is Magnus, well, that's Wesley So with black, guys. Now Magnus Carlsen with white trying to find out if he should just play knight b5. Bishop b5 is non-existent. Something like knight b5 would have to suffice now, just attacking that developed bishop. Thinking about doing it, but Magnus Carlsen doing a lot of overthinking, very stressed out right now. Maybe, you know, letting off too much smoke in that first game and now having to sort of pay for it here in return on the end. Bishop c4 now, guys. Asking if So's going to recapture. He does. Queen captures on c4. And now just saying, I have a developed queen. Yes, you can castle d3. Wesley So should play, yes, king e7. And then maybe play something like rook fe8. Maybe just looking to double up, not playing h6 or f6. That would be doomsday in this particular system. Bishop d2 to get to c3 after a5 from Grandmaster So. Grandmaster Wesley So with 2.5 to 3.5 versus Magnus Carlsen. Just one game superior at the moment in the midpoint of this match. We'll get through this particular game, guys, and then stop and then upload this video and then get to the next one. So we'll take a break after this one. So far we're one game in on the virtual instructional here. Watching these top elite grandmasters virtually instruct for us. And we get to watch and I get to commentate. So this is great, guys. Thank you guys for being here again. This is all part of the Virgin Islands, U.S. Virgin Islands chess expansion project. So nice for you guys to be participating. Sorry if it feels like I'm advertising here too much, guys. But then we see it, right? We just mentioned rook fe8, right? Instead of something like would be a tactical fail, like something like rook a8 to e8, guys. Wesley So does play elite grandmaster chess, so we know when we call out the moves here, we know what we're talking about. Here comes a5 now from Carlsen, pushing that Leela Go Alpha 0 pawn. We talked in the previous video about Leela Chess 0, the top bot in the world right now, the top engine. And she is giving a lot of supercomputers and other Komodo, Stockfish 11, a lot of problems, winning numerous cyber competitions. Leela Chess Alpha goes 0. Teaching us things about chess that we don't understand in the human world. But back to human chess here, guys. Let's look at Wesley So here. What does he say about f6? Okay, he plays f6. Now having to defend e5 because the e5 square is going to be weak after something like maybe Carlsen can even swing his rook now to e4. He's not going to. But maybe overthinking it here. Says it's okay for g5 because now if f takes, then knight takes, and then maybe he's gaining a little tempo. But no, b5. Making room for the rook now, Carlsen. So ingenuitive here, coming up with new things. Really nice to see. Now bringing that rook all the way to g1 now. A very big course for that rook, Magnus Carlsen. Always knowing where to put his pieces. g6 from Magnus Carlsen. Now with that white pawn on g6. e4 saying you can capture, decaptures. So far pretty classical chess in this game. Pretty much all well-known moves. No big surprises here. But can Wesley So come up with something with that queenside advantage, guys? Look at the queenside pawn structure. Now finally knight f5, or knife f5 as they call it in Grandmaster chess. Knife f5, Grandmaster Carlsen now forcing Wesley So to defend with something like bishop to c7. 1 minute on the clock now, counting down for Sven and Magnus Carlsen, world champion. Let's see what happens here, guys. Really interesting. After this, we'll take a short break. Come back with another vid, but it was good getting 2 in here now. Long castles for Carlsen, rook castle queenside. For my beginners, we talked about when to queenside castle, when to kingside castle. Carlsen thought it was best here to queenside castle, you guys, to create the best advantageous position for himself. And to put his opponent behind bars to somehow lock down this e4 knight, guys. What was Grandmaster So thinking about e4 with that knight? I mean, that e4 square for that knight. Carlsen did not have to play f4. He could have just captured with the f5 knight. But no, now Grandmaster So spotted an amazing tactic. Forked the king and the rook. Now is up in exchange. Actually, now Grandmaster So is up a full minor piece. But not after rook captures bishop. Rook captures bishop, and knight captures bishop. And now it's pretty much even, guys. So it's a decent exchange. For the exchange, Carlsen also had the tempo, which allowed him to capture the bishop and then not allow So to be up the exchange. So all in all, it was a fair exchange. Well played by both Grandmasters. Very well played by both Grandmasters. 30 seconds on the clock for Magnus Carlsen. And this rook-pawn endgame, guys. This is going to be a really interesting endgame, guys. I have a feeling here. A very interesting rook-pawn endgame. Carlsen pushing that f6 pawn, guys, saying you can capture, but my rook's going to swing over to f5, and now I'm attacking both pawns. He doesn't actually have to play that right away. He can play something like, maybe even like, he's thinking about king b4 right now. King b4, or just maybe even rook captures b5. And if rook captures b5, then he can still play rook f5, so maybe Carlsen now with the initiative. 17 seconds on the clock, Wesley So 45 seconds, down a game. Wesley So down one game in this super match, grand final, Elite Online Grandmaster Tournament. There it is, guys. After this, we'll take a short break. King d3, king d2. Carlsen trying to find out where the best place to put his checked king there, guys. Trying to find a safe square. Where to go from here? Congratulations on getting this far, Grandmaster So, against the world champion. Offering exchange of rooks. Obviously not. Magnus Carlsen says, I'm going to eat up that pawn. Now I am up one pass pawn. And the engine's saying it's kind of drawish. But maybe Carlsen can come up with some frenzy tactics to consolidate a win here. So does he have coverage? Can he can he do it, so to speak? Excuse me, guys. Okay, so rook c5, king gets checked on c3, king now forced to move again. Not forced, but Carlsen decides to move by choice. And perpetual check. That'll be a draw. Hey guys, let's see if we can actually sneak one more game in here. So we got maybe about 5 minutes or so left on my clock. Wesley So with white pieces e4, guys. And let's see how Magnus Carlsen defends. He had his chance there with white, could not convert for the win. Wesley So did an excellent job of playing good, solid defensive chess with the black pieces. Still down now, even 4-3 in the middle of this super match. So nice of you guys to be here. This is Colin Ham again with USVI Chess. Love having you guys here, and we love chess. Okay, standard Sicilian defense. Open Sicilian now. If Carlsen decides to go for knight to c6, maybe he wants to play this system to find out what kind of ideas Grandmaster So is coming up with on his side. We have the 4 knights variation of the open Sicilian and the Rosalimo attack, guys, with bishop b5. Very, very best moves being played. Best moves being played. Both players going at it for the best moves possible on the board in this particular opening. Knight takes b5, knight takes b5. Carlsen gets to advance his knight now to d5. And Carlsen not shy to play f6 here. Says if you capture with the e-pawn, I'm capturing with my e-pawn. And then we're just going to have a really, really open game and see who's better. White getting the advantage in the attack of the Rosalimo, the Rosalimo attack of the open Sicilian defense. Or is it going to be Carlsen? Does he say black is a little better here in this system, right? We want to find out, guys. Both players really, really feeling each other out. Only a game between them. And feeling each other out in this this grand final. Wow, so great to be seeing this, guys. High level stuff here. So as we mentioned, Carlsen says, if you capture, I will capture with the e-pawn, and now we're open. That's exactly what happened now, because the knight on g5 is under attack. Where's the knight going? Doesn't have to go anywhere, because queen h5 check is coming. Is Carlsen in problems? He shouldn't be in problems after g6. g6 is the only move. Queen back to e2 check. Knight e6 defending. Knight obviously captures. Pawn captures. Now Magnus Carlsen with the bishop pair now for black. Both undeveloped black bishops, by the way. As we can see, they're on the board. And does Carlsen just want to play queen b6 here? Is that... No, probably not. Maybe choosing between the likes of b6 or bishop d7. Now just attacking the knight. Wow. Amazing, amazing Grandmaster opening, guys. You can watch this as many times as you want just to get a feel for this Rosalimo Open Sicilian. Brought to all of us by Chess24 for hosting this tournament. International chess correspondence and online global chess. They got memberships, all kinds of stuff. But now let's focus on just the analytics, guys, and the virtual tutorial and instruction here, guys. Let's see how instructional these Grandmasters can make it for one another in this Super Cup final. Grandmaster Carlsen here with the black pieces, guys. A whopping rating of 2,863. Grandmaster Wesley So, go Wesley So, go. Go Wesley So, go. 2,770. A6, Grandmaster Carlsen. Forcing that knight back to c3. Bishop c6. Now attacking the g2 pawn. Well, Carlsen has his king on f7. And maneuver like knight to e2, knight to e4. Knight from c3 to e4. Now bishop e7, guys. Is this a relaxed system here for black in this Kali system, this coil system of the Rosalimo? Just to be completely exact. Okay. Queen d8, queen from d8 to d5. Now the knight is under attack twice, but also defended twice, and Wesley So had good protocol there for good safe measures there with rook a1. Rook a d8 Carlsen was thinking about, but no, instead just wants to maybe push h5. And he does push h5. Thinks it's better to open up that king side here, guys. Last game of the video, guys, and then we'll get it uploaded real quick and finish this super final so that we can see, we can bear witness to the final games live of this live feed and this live coverage. Thank you guys so much again for watching, for participating, and being eager chess scholars, learners, players, parents of players, or otherwise. Again, this is all part of the U.S. Virgin Islands chess expansion project for 2020-21 season, the new year. And there's queen g5 check, and now maybe telling Wesley So that he shouldn't be too comfortable in this position with something like e5. E5 should be very discomforting because now where is the rook going? I mean, where is the queenside rook for Grandmaster So going if something like e5? Carlsen thinking, trying very, very, very hard, by the way, guys. Grandmaster So with an extra minute on the clock. A minute to win it, to draw in the match, that is. But Wesley So would be very, very pleased with the win in this particular game, guys, believe me. Believe you me. After a move like queen b5, and if So captures and Carlsen decides to capture with the bishop, I don't think Wesley So is going to capture, because Carlsen can always capture if that's what he wants, and then the rook on e1 can actually recapture, and then Wesley So would already have double rooks on the e file. And I don't see there being too much problem here for Grandmaster So in that situation. Okay, guys, a couple minutes here. I just checked my clock. Carlsen saying I can take with the a pawn, and then I can swing my h rook all the way over to the a file after something like maybe rook a7, and he does. Grandmaster So accepts the queen trade after a solid 40-second think. Wow. Rook a8 now defending the bishop, guys. Only move. Only sensible move. I think white's a little better here, by the way. I'll just give you guys my perfect and honest subjective opinion. I do think that white is better here. Now white has really a lot of pressure on that f6 pawn. I mean, what is the c6 bishop doing? It's not really doing that much. Just not allowing the knight, I guess, to go to somewhere like e5, e4. Okay, we see the exchange of rooks there, guys, and now it's just a minor piece endgame. And Carlsen's saying, well, I know what I'm doing here. I'm just going to capture the knight, push these pawns forward, get my kingside pawns up, and dark square bishop endgame. Looks drawing again here, guys. Looks like they want to be artists again 2 games in a row, maybe just half a point each. Maybe Wesley So could just offer a draw, but I don't think he wants to do that. Maybe it's too early for any sort of draw offer here, guys. Okay, we see the exchange of pawns like we mentioned. 3 pawns each. 1 dark square bishop for each team. Wesley So has a little closer knight now, getting his knight a little closer to the center of the board. Here we go, guys. Carlsen deciding between either pushing f5 to f4 or maybe just getting his king up the board. And he does just get his king up the board, right? He's kind of playing mind games with himself right now, as he does a lot. Grandmaster Carlsen, Grandmaster Wesley So, 49 seconds on the clock. Grandmaster Carlsen, 20 seconds on the clock. Can he get these 2 pawns to pass? And both players believing that they have a chance here, hence why no draw offers have been made at this particular moment in this game, guys. Thank you so much for watching. This has been a really, really exciting game. Just this last one we've covered. Really exciting stuff. Okay, just repeating bishop moves, and that's it, guys. Okay, that'll be it for this one, guys. Thank you so much for watching, guys. US Virgin Islands Chess. Go team, go, and thank you again, guys, for watching. See you guys on the other side, and we'll have the next video up here shortly with the last 2 games of the match. Thank you, guys, and have a wonderful week. Stay healthy. See you on the other side. Bye-bye. Bye for now.